What's up, gang? Happy 2025. Hope you're all having a great start to your year. I know the weather's been a little bit shitty to start it off, but we're Canadians. We're going to brave this cold. I'm going to get ready to go to the gym. Got my pre-workout here. A few of you asked which pre-workout I'm using. I use Batch 27, like all the time. I just switched to this flavor, the sour gummy bears. Hit or miss on it. It's not bad. It doesn't have like a distinctive flavor. It just kind of tastes like sugar. But Batch 27 to me has the best feeling for me. Just finished this yogurt. Spoonfuls. And we're gonna head to the gym, okay? Try and get a body workout. Oh, I look like a fucking gorilla, man. You know what I almost forgot to do before I left? Cheers, folks. Now we're off to the gym. All right, folks, and we're back from the gym. Kids looking huge. Oh, oh. Beefcake. Gotta drop this protein shake. I am an animal. For anyone that's wondering, this is the protein I'm using right now. PVL Gold Series Whey Creamy Chocolate Peanut Butter Swirl flavor. It's all right. Doesn't really taste like peanut butter. Does the trick. Goes down easy. But yeah, I'm gonna go change, get showered, all that kind of fun stuff. I'll be back in a minute. Ready? And we're back. Got all your questions here. There's 15 questions in total. They're broken into 3 categories. Questions about me, industry questions, and general questions. All right, so let's get into this. First question. Give us a recap of your life growing up, your siblings, how close are you with your parents, and your pets. So, first one, recap of my life growing up. I was born in London, lived in Kitchener till I was 3. After Kitchener, I moved to Walkerton, Ontario, from 3 until like end of high school. And then at the end of high school, I moved to Toronto for 2 years for college. Then COVID happened when I was supposed to start my internship. So I couldn't do my internship, and I moved back home to go work for my dad to do construction and renovations. That's when I started the cannabis industry, getting into that. And then after that, I moved to Toronto in June of last year. And now I'm in Toronto. Siblings. I have 2 siblings that are blood. I've got my brother who is, I think he's 9 years older than me in total. We have the same dad, not the same mom. So I got a brother from another mother. And then I've got my blood sister, which we have 2 of the same parents. Her name's Alicia. My brother's name is Jeremy. And then I have step siblings on both sides. So my mom's side, I have 2 little step siblings. I'm not going to name drop them because I don't like to name drop the really young kids just to keep everybody all safe. Especially since it's a cannabis channel, I'm not really trying to drop minors' names in here. But there's 2 of them. One of them, they're both under the age of 10, so they're quite young. And then on my dad's side, I've got 2 step siblings also. They're a little bit older. I think one's like 17 or 18, and then the other one's like 16 or 15, something like that. Anyways, not going to name drop them either because, again, minors, not trying to do that stuff. But yeah, so I got 6 siblings in total, I guess. 2 blood, 1 full blood, 1 half blood, and 4 step siblings. How close am I with my parents? Very close to my parents, really close to my mom, but my dad and I are the ones that do all the same activities. So like him and I golf all the time. Because of that, my dad and I are very close on like what we can do levels and stuff like that. And my mom and I are more like emotionally close, I guess. And my dad and I are more like physically close doing stuff together. Pets. Lots of pets growing up. My mom is a huge dog fan. My dad's a big dog fan. And my sister and I are huge cat people. So of course you guys know I have Jersey. She's laying right here on the floor. She'll probably be in the video at some point. I think you guys saw her earlier. She was laying somewhere here. So yeah, I have that cat. My sister had a long-loved cat named Gizmo that passed away a little bit ago. That was her cat and our cat since we were like 8 or something like that when we got that cat. So that was her cat growing up. And then we had dogs. My mom had a dog named Bailey, who was an Australian Shepherd Collie. And then my dad had a dog named Daisy, who was like a beagle mix. She was a beagle, but she was fucking huge. Like she was like tall. Like she was like up to like my waist. So she was like a big dog. But since then, they've all got new animals. My mom's got cats now. And my dad's got beagles again. Little beagles. Normal size beagles. Question 2. If you could tell your younger self anything right now, what would it be? That's a good question. I would say, it's kind of simple, but I would say like, it's all going to work out, brother. My younger self was a very stressed young Jacob that didn't know what was going to happen, what my future was, what my plans were and aspirations were. Mainly because I was in a small town that didn't have a lot of options, and so I was pretty stressed. I was freaking out. Didn't know what my life was going to be like in the future. What like things I had for opportunities. And so yeah, I would say, don't worry, bro. It's all gonna work out. You're going to meet some amazing people along the way, and you're gonna be living somewhere that you love. So don't stress. Don't worry. It's all gonna work out. It always does. Always works out in the end. Question number 3: what kind of art do you like? Audio, visual, and who are your top artists and why? I would say I prefer audio art more than visual art, just because I'm more of an auditory learner, and so I like music. I guess movies counts as visual. I don't know, that's tough. I like movies a lot too. I would say if it comes to like posters and stuff, I don't care as much about poster. I would say audio most. And if we're gonna go top artists, ASAP Rocky number one always. Big X the Plug's up there quite a bit. Future, System of a Down's a band I like a lot. Rise Against is really good. And you can't go wrong with Usher's Yeah. That song specifically is a banger. Question number 4: where would you like to be in life 5 years from now? Bro, I don't even know where I'm gonna be like 5 months from now, bro. 5 years from now, I just want to be chilling, not stressed about nothing, more financially stable as far as like just prepared for the future, as far as like retirement and things like that. Oh, I really in this year I'm getting my knee surgery done, so in 5 years I hope to be fully like a full athlete again. I liked playing a lot of sports in high school, and then I hurt my knee, so I haven't been playing sports for a bunch of years, and now I'm getting surgery done on it, so it's gonna get fixed. Once that's fixed and I'm fully healed and I can hit the gym for a couple of years again to put the muscle back on and become more athletic and train for being more athletic again, I really want to get back into playing like some kind of basketball, whether it's like a rec league or something like that to sign into, because I really miss shooting hoop. Question number 5, which is, what is your biggest focus in 2025? So this year, I'm going to be focusing. So the last few years, I've been focusing a lot on my personal development, as far as like going to the gym, trying to get more physically active, trying to get more like confident in myself and in my body and my physique and everything. And that's been working really well. I've been getting on top of it, but now I want to get more disciplined. I would say my biggest focus this year is honing in, not fucking around as much, and trying to just really be more disciplined on the stuff I need to get done. We just finished the questions about me. Thank you everybody for whoever asked those questions. Drop in the comments what your answers to some of those questions are. I would really love to hear what everyone's focus is for 2025. I think that's a fantastic question. Industry questions this time. Let's get right into this. First question: how did you get into the industry? Great question, because I know a lot of people that are in the industry as bud tenders and things. Love to hear these stories, how people got into their cannabis journey. I mentioned earlier that when I lived in Walkerton, when I got back from college, that I worked for my dad and then got a job at a local dispensary, Discounted Cannabis in Walkerton. Started off there as a bud tender, became their manager, was doing their ordering and running the shop there. While I was doing the ordering and managing there, I was going to a lot of the events down in Toronto. So I took a trip down to go to Summer Kind, where I actually just randomly, while I was having lunch, sat down at the table with Brian. Shout out Brian. We were stopped just going through our bag, checking out all the stuff that we'd gotten from the day so far, having a little snack, and right across from us, 2 people sit down, a guy and a girl, who ended up being Cody and Hannah. When we sat down there, I saw they had these greenhouse shirts, had a little greenhouse logo on it. When I sat down and I saw it, I had this like voice in my head being like, you're here to talk to people, you're here to meet people in the industry, like just talk to them, just ask them, just see what the hell's going on here. I asked them right across the table, I'm like, so what's greenhouse? Like, is that a dispensary or something? And that's when Cody was like, no, actually we're an advertising and marketing agency. We're running the Masiku booth right over there, which was one of the brands that was doing an activation at the event. At that point, we just kind of got to chatting, and they mentioned how a couple of their clients were sort of looking for representation in the northern region, which was where Brian and I were from. So we kind of pitched ourselves to get that job, and then on our train ride home, I sent my resume off to Cody at like 1 o'clock in the morning on the train ride. I got a response that he loves the initiative. Let's set up an interview for the next couple of days. And within a couple of weeks, I think it was in like a week or two after Kind, I was given a job opportunity to work with Greenhouse. And then since then, I have transitioned into different roles through Greenhouse, starting off as like a part-time brand representative, then slowly worked up, and now I'm the Ontario operations manager for the agency, so I manage the various teams we have for the clients, interact with the clients, create data sheets for them, and figure out creative strategies for us to help move product better for them. So quite a grind. It's been fun. I love people I've met, and I can't wait to continue to grow here and shine in the industry that I'm loving a lot. That's how I got into this industry. Next question. What was your favorite event last year? Well, I'll tell you what my least favorite one was. Kind of Winter Fair. Because I froze my ass off in line for 2.5 hours. Didn't even get into the event. Ugh, awful. We're not going to talk about that. We're talking about my favorite. I would say my favorite was Ottawa's Tether event, to be honest. I'm going to be unbiased. I could pick Bud Bash or Boo Bash, but I do work with those people. I don't want to pick those guys, even though they're amazing events, fantastic people that run those. So check those out this year. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. The Tether events in general are my favorites, but the one in Ottawa was awesome because it was the first one they had in Ottawa. They had never had a big event like that yet in that city for cannabis, at least in the legal market that I know of. And so because it was the first one, it had a great attendance. Everyone was super excited to talk to the brands there. And it just ended up being like a really good vibe. The Ono after party was really good also. The Ono kind after party was a great time. That one was a lot of fun also. So shout out to Jeff for throwing a sick party. Question number 3. What is your favorite part about being a rep? Meeting all you awesome folks, I would say, honestly. Going out to the stores, talking with people that are passionate and interested about talking about product, talking to people that are in the industry that sell the products every day that are already quite educated and interested in the products. So you're not having the same kind of, do you know what terpenes are? Do you know how much THC you're looking for? Do you know what kind of strains you like? It's more like, what is the growing medium? How long is the cure time? Like, what's the dominant terpenes and what's the percentages of them, so I know what the flavor is like. So it's just a lot more robust conversations, a lot more in-depth. I do really enjoy that side of it more than I enjoyed the storefront side, trying to convince consumers how to buy a product and educate them, when a lot of them, as I'm sure a lot of you know that are working in the storefront side, don't really want to listen. The age that's running the front of the stores and that are running as bud tenders and educators in store are typically like under the age of 30, and a lot of the consumers coming in to buy are above the age of 40 a lot of times. So you do have that big age gap, and they kind of don't really listen. So because of that, it gets a little frustrating, to be honest. And I don't even find that that's the same thing when it comes to retail side. When I talk to managers that are 40, 50 plus, they are very keen to listen and very interested to hear what I have to say. So I don't understand where the apprehensiveness is from the consumer side, but I don't know. They've been smoking for 20 plus years, so they know what they're talking about, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the part I love the most with being a rep, is coming around, meeting all you smiling faces, and being able to give you guys some goodies when I come around, some hats and some joints and some fun things like that, which makes it a lot of fun. Question number 4. Favorite brands on the market currently. Can't include ones you work with. Fair. I can't include my favorite brands like Craftport or Garden Works. I guess I can't include the best brands in the market. Oh, darn. Alright, I'll think about other brands other than Craftport and Garden Works. But check them out. Buy stuff, ask your stores to bring it in. You guys are helping the homie out. Let's talk about my favorite brands in the market. There's a handful of them that have been tried and true to me since the very, very beginning. They've always had consistent products for me, and I've always seemed to gravitate towards grabbing their newest stuff as well. Those ones being the Loud Plug, which I've done a tour on. If you haven't seen that yet, go check out my video on doing a facility tour of the Loud Plug. Really cool space they have there, and just crazy how much product they're moving out of that facility. Another brand that has always been solid for me has been Black Market. Never had bad products from them personally. They also have a grow that is fairly close to my hometown, so I love that they are able to support our area and the economy in our area. And so because of that, I'm a big supporter of them and their brands. They also just have like really consistent high quality products, which is also kind of segueing into my other two favorites, which are like neck and neck right beside each other. Carmel and Simply Bare, freaking love their stuff. It's always consistent as well, high quality, very, very tasty. And then when it comes to concentrates and vapes, I really love Nugs and Tribal. I think they make some of the best live resin vapes right now on the market. I just love the flavor of them. Find them really consistent, never have clogs, never have leaks. Three Saints, they have some of the best valued flower as far as quality to dollar. There's a few others I really like, but I can just go on and on for days and days and days. There's Ono, Rocket Factory, Hyzotic, Chronic, Lot 420 is great. It's endless. There's a lot of great brands. Number 5. What do you think makes a good LP versus a bad LP? So those that don't know what LP is, it's licensed producer. They're the ones that are making the cannabis for us. Those that do know, sorry for just mansplaining this shit of what LP is. What makes them good is giving a shit is number 1 to me. Actually caring about the product, the consumer, the end goal of the product, and caring more about the consumer satisfaction than they are trying to just make a dollar, which I think is a very important thing right now in the industry, being for the people trying to progress the future of cannabis and legalize cannabis in Canada. That's the good and that's the bad. Last section of the video, which is going to be general questions. The last question here is awesome because it's also in all capitals when it was given to me, which I absolutely love. Question number 1, favorite movie from your childhood and why? Not even a question, not even close. The Mask with Jim Carrey, hands down my favorite movie of all time from when I was a kid. I loved that movie, still love that movie. Shout out to Jim Carrey, one of my favorite childhood actors. Always thought he was so funny with his facial expressions. Mask with Jim Carrey in it, fire up. Number 2, ideal day start to finish. Wake up, eat a little snack, go to the gym, shower, smoke a bowl, go for a walk, go visit, check around the city a little bit, grab something really tasty to eat, like ramen or some ribs or maybe some pizza or something. Come back, smoke some kind of really crazy infused joint or some dabs or something, get real fucked up, and then lay on the couch and watch some show I like maybe a murder documentary or like a murder mystery documentary or like Squid Game or something funny, maybe like just throw on like Step Brothers or something, just hang out, vibe with yours. Probably pass out early, smoke a couple bowls, pass out 9:30, 10, and call her a night. That's my ideal day. That's perfect for me, start to finish. Question number 3, what are some of your fave foods to cook, eat out, and your faves you've discovered in the city? So my favorite foods to cook is schnitzel, which is like breaded pork. It's a German dish. It's really tasty. Love schnitzel. Tacos and nachos. Those are 2 of my other favorites. And then super cheesy, really bad for you mac and cheese. I love mac and cheese. That's a good one to cook too. As far as eating out, I prefer to get stuff that's like a lot of work to eat at home if I'm gonna like go to like a sit down restaurant and stuff. So like a fried chicken sandwich, because it's kind of a pain in the ass to make like a good fried chicken sandwich at home to get like the right breading set up and like a fryer and all that kind of stuff. Or maybe like ribs or like a steak or something that I don't want to cook it myself at home. Something a little more difficult. Faves I've discovered around the city. Today I went to north of Brooklyn. I didn't discover that. That was on Dave Portnoy's Pizza Reviews. It was fucking awesome. One of the best pizzas I've ever had in my life. So that place is really good. I really like Burger Drops, another one that I love. Maddie's Patties is my favorite burger spot in the entire city. So tasty. Alouette Go I also like a lot too here in Liberty Village. It's another really tasty one. Oh, what was the place I went to with Rye? We went to a pho place. It was awesome. It was super tasty. I forget the name of it. Anyways, shout out to that place. If you guys have spots in the city, like, you guys need to drop those in the comments because I'll go check them out. Eat a bunch of food there, and maybe make a video if you want it. Question number 4. Do you like to consume before you do a task or after you do a task? Depending on the task. Like the gym, I like to smoke before. But if it's something like cleaning my apartment, I use my bowl as motivation. So I am like, you can't smoke this bowl until you put all your laundry away. And I'm like, fuck. You're right. So it depends. I use it either as a reward or I use it as like a Kickstarter. Question number 5 and the final question of the video. And I was so fired up when I got it. Who's your favorite Pokemon? This one I feel like most people are not going to be able to guess. One person might know who it is. Brian. Breloom and Ampharos, those 2. The reason behind that is when I was a kid, I loved having them on my team because they could learn all the punch moves. So I could give them a punch, 4 different punch moves for 4 different classes that it was against or typings that it was against. And I basically always had a super effective move. And it was fucking awesome. They're fast. They hit really hard for physical attacks. They were great. They were the best. Breloom was my favorite because he was a mushroom. Breloom is just a beast. I don't want to tell you. Breloom is fucking sweet. I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be like, oh, he's probably thinking like fucking Mewtwo or Rayquaza or like Squirtle or something like that. Squirtle's sick. Do love Squirtle. I do have a Squirtle pop figure also. But no, not my favorite. Breloom's the best. Breloom ride or die. I have won many Elite Four with Breloom on my team, and I will continue to do so till the end of time. Breloom or die. See you guys next video. Yeah, I'm totally joking. The video's not going to cut out like that. All right, guys, thank you very much for checking out this video. Really appreciate you guys giving me so many awesome questions in the chat and over the last couple of weeks. I do have some plans to go for some more facility tours soon. And then I also am going to be starting a mini-series where I'll be cooking things out of Maddie Matheson's cookbook that I got for Christmas. So check it out as things go on. This year's going to be full of lots more content. I also got these wireless mics. You can see it's been clipped on here the whole time. Hopefully it helps with the audio a lot more as well. And I'll be able to get some cool camera angles. See you guys next video. Have a great 2025. And drop down in the comments your answers to the questions. Anyways, peace out.